All right. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
Oh my goodness,
Is this my
Julian.
camera?
Julian?
Yeah.
Bill Sage.
Uh-huh.
We love Bill Sage. We've been rocking Bill Sage.
Wait a second. We're doing Bill Sage?
We're doing Bill Sage.
And we just happen to be wearing Bill Sage shirts?
Isn't that so crazy?
What the fuck?
Bill Sage made these for us and sent them to us.
Now I'm thinking it would have been hilarious if I would have taken that picture and put it in the frame.
Oh, that would have been pretty good.
Wouldn't it?
All right, number 4.
Yeah.
4 on the Bill Sage list.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Laws of Gravity. Are you ready for Laws of Gravity?
I am. I
With
wrote the
a
book.
knockout performance by William Q. Sage.
Yeah, he lit this up.
Do you have any dope-ass trivia for me for this next Bill Sage episode?
Laws of Gravity, 1992, rated R. You got a lot of cans there, buddy. I don't know how much money it made, but it had an estimated budget of $38,000.
That's awesome. Yes, correct. That sounds good. That sounds completely
Probably
accurate.
made like $9,000, but that probably wasn't the point.
I believe this was covered in Spike, Mike, Slackers, and Dykes, the book about independent filmmaking in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
I think it was a failure. I think people were pumped for it and that it didn't do good. Didn't look into this. Did absolutely nothing to verify my claims.
It has a tagline: sooner or later, everything goes down.
Sometimes you got to hit them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the alternative tagline?
Sometimes, probably. It is now. So, this film, this is going to blow your mind. Oh, yeah. Hang on.
I didn't look.
I didn't either.
Neither of us are looking?
Nope. Here, we'll look at each other and we'll show it to the camera.
Oh.
You gotta give it- okay.
Here we go. It's
Yeah.
going to be good, right?
I can't wait.
Oh,
Oh, God. What the fuck?
do you have a Revel Stokes, too?
I have Revel Stoke, son of a peach.
Not so good. You know what?
It's just
Not as bad as the bananas. The 99s are terrible.
not nearly as
That's a little bit better.
strong. Yeah. So this film took just 12 days to shoot,
Makes sense.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was the film debut of Peter Greene.
Oh, really? This is where he come from?
Mm-hmm. Cut his teeth here. He came out the gate swinging, too.
What about Clean Shaven? Is that right after this then? Okay.
I don't know. That's what this says.
Came out the gate swinging, you say.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Okay.
This was his movie to make, and he made it.
Okay.
Paul Schulze, Saul Stein, and Arabella Field. Those are all 3 actors that are in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Appeared in New Jersey Drive in 1995, which was also directed by Nick Gomez.
Okay.
He did do a legendary film, though. Another Adam Trese.
It's not Cowboys and Angels. What is? Oh, Illtown. He did Illtown.
He did Illtown.
Imagine a place between heaven and hell.
Someone spiked our bags. 6 people OD'd.
Which I was like, I wonder if this guy did Illtown. I was like, oh yeah, he did Illtown. Because nobody else, who's else putting Adam Trese in their movies except for Cowboys and Angels? This was shot entirely in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. They also use this location in New Jersey Drive.
Is this where Hal Hartley's filming too? Because I mean, think about how Bill Sage and Edie Falco are in like every movie together that he's in the beginning. Sidewalk Stories is floating around there too. Paul Schulze is in the Hal Hartley movies. He's in this. He's going to be in Grind with Adrian Shelley later, who was also in, I think, Trust with him. Or maybe he wasn't in Trust.
Saul Stein is in Grind also.
You know what? I don't think I liked Saul Stein in Grind.
Love them in here.
He's fucking awesome in here. Saul Stein, we like you. I like you. You're great. You like him?
Yeah. And
Tell him you like him.
I love him. It's so interesting because it looks like he has like an actual cigarette burn or something on his face.
Sure.
I'm like, damn.
Box cutter.
Saul Stein. This film has a 100% rating based on 7 critic reviews on Rotten Tomato.
I'm pretty unhappy with that.
And that,
It makes me angry.
yeah, it makes me want to just tear this phone like a phone book.
Yeah.
Which I can do.
Yeah,
By
he's
the
strong. He's so strong.
I tell you what, I need you to hit me with that synopsis.
Laws of Gravity. New York street-level wise guy and general thief Jimmy, Peter Greene, is just trying to scrape by and live his life with his devoted and patient wife, Denise, Edie Falco. Jimmy's best friend and partner in crime, Johnny Sousa, Adam Trese, is an all-around shit stain known for running his mouth, acting tough, and beating on his super cute girlfriend Celia, Arabella Field. When Jimmy's old friend Frankie, Paul Schulze, shows up after having been down in Florida for a little while, the two decide to partner up to sell some guns Frankie's got, which will ultimately allow Jimmy to pay back the money he borrowed from Sal Stein, a local business entrepreneur that is pretty sure Frankie is a snitch and a bitch. Things go predictably south once Johnny is locked up after skipping a court date for an old shoplifting bid, and Jimmy decides to sell the guns himself and use the money to bail out Johnny instead, incurring the wrath of Frankie. In the world of crime, the bill always comes due, but when you add science to the mix, you must also contend with laws of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
When should I talk about this movie ripping off the documentary?
Right now.
Okay, guys, there's this movie called Life of Crime, 1984 to 2020. I think they check in with them like every 10 years or something. In 84, they're just young scumbags. They're doing drugs, stealing.
I'm gonna rob everything I can get my hands on.
Just basically petty hood shit, exactly like this movie. This movie is copying that movie, and straight down to when they go into the store with the bags and boost things. Oh. That is like a sequence from the documentary.
Really?
Yes, and when they're boosting stuff out of cars, that is from that.
Is this a well-known thing?
No, because nobody
know this?
talks about Laws of Gravity anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about this movie.
That's crazy.
And Life of Crime, I think, I mean, it's amazing. I highly recommend everybody see it. I wish this guy would see it. You're not going to see it.
It's still too popular.
But you can find out what would happen to the rest of the Laws of Gravity cast by watching that movie, because the people that enjoy this lifestyle early on, it does not go well.
No.
You might think, oh, look at these pieces of shit. They think they're cheating the system.
Mm-hmm.
They got just enough to get by and have some fun. How long can you keep that up?
Not very long.
No.
Man, I was confused. What was in the boxes they took from that van?
I think it's like shirts.
Didn't it look like that? They were like thin packaging, but
I think they're like.
He's like, I need $100 for them.
But I think it's for a bunch of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we do the plot? I was going to start talking about the things I like about the movie.
Yeah. So the movie starts, and Jimmy and Johnny are just mucking about, being like dumb crime guys.
Mm-hmm.
They see some boxes in a van, and they're acting so New York.
Aren't they like waiting? They're waiting for a boosting opportunity. They're just like
they're waiting for
hanging out on
cars
that
to
corner.
drive by, I think, because traffic's too heavy.
Oh, so they can pop over there and get it?
Yeah, because they keep doing that thing when they go and they come back, and the camera is doing weird stuff. Instead of just being like a slightly shakier handheld cam,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like moving and zooming slightly to like suggest, I don't know what. It's disorienting and awful. But eventually they take these boxes and they run away with them. And Peter Greene's looking pretty good in here.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's not as spooky.
Yeah, that's my problem, is that Peter Greene is really spooky, and this kind of destroyed the mystique of him, because he's very scary.
The movie starts with him waking up with no shirt on and looking for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And taking a half-smoked butt out of the
That's
ashtray.
like the last quarter of a cigarette.
And you're thinking, oh man, this guy's living a rough life.
Yeah.
And then the robbery shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he hustles with, I forget the guy's name, Tommy, the old man who looks like T-Bird.
That owns the shop?
Yeah.
This isn't the type of merchandise that, you can just fucking get off.
Okay, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
That guy's a good actor.
Yeah.
And doing wonders with the material.
The thing I like about this movie that I also liked about Grind is it's just a good representation of like very low level criminal activity.
Yeah.
Like they steal these shirts and they sell it to Tommy.
Yeah.
And he's not like a made man or anything. He's not affiliated.
He's got
just
a
a
shop.
guy.
He's got a shop and he sells shit in his shop.
To the neighborhood, more than likely.
Yeah.
And so it just sort of feels like grounded. And like the stakes are not anything outside of their personal lives.
Right.
Right. Which I think is a good call. So he gives them the deal. And Jimmy cuts Adam in on 35%.
Mm-hmm.
Gives him $35.
He's training him to be a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he goes home, and that's when we meet Edie Falco. She's pretty good.
I kind of got a little bit of a crush on Edie Falco.
I didn't like the
circa
material.
1992.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Julian. This movie's built up to be pretty good. I was just waiting for you to say that. The dialogue in this movie sucks.
It's terrible.
It's awful. It's
a weak attempt at John Cassavetes.
We do what we can do to help them out. And there you have it. Okay? Look, I'm your buddy, right? This is your family right here. Right
See?
here.
Be fucking supportive.
Why, you think I'm not?
Nah, you give me a bunch of shit right now.
but everything is boring and not it doesn't do anything for the
Talking
movie.
over. Right. Somebody will
awful.
say something, 3 or 4 lines will go by, and then the character will have heard it and go, oh, yeah, Grease, like that.
It's so boring.
It's absolutely boring. Too much profanity.
The director's good. The actors are good. It looks good.
Yeah.
This is the problem with the whole movie is you have to hang out with them and listen to the shit they say that's boring and worthless.
Yeah, Adam Trese is just terrible.
Chill the fuck out, young.
Is he doing Walken? This is like before Walken is really known for doing that, right?
Peter Greene is Peter Greene,
Yeah,
right? Edie's mostly Edie.
sure. Adam Trese's quest for Walken.
He's the only one who's coming with like a personality or a persona that's like way outsizes him.
Yeah.
He does not feel cool. And then he's just beating on that cute chick all the time, and fucking this. So he skips court.
Yeah,
And
because he's an idiot.
Jimmy's like, why would you do that? Dude, it's shoplifting. Don't want to risk it.
They did make it sound like it was a bigger deal too. Like, that thing.
Yeah, and he goes, dude, you're an idiot. They wouldn't put you in jail. God, now they're going to come for you. And then what are you going to do? I figure that.
Shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Edie's there. They're all talking. His girlfriend, Gabriella, I forget her name in the movie.
Melinda.
Celia.
Oh.
She seems younger than the rest of them.
Yeah. Was it
Maybe
'cause
still
of
in
the
school.
Big eyes and the beautiful smile.
Yeah. God, she's something else. She's a little button. I want to boop her.
Yeah. Put her in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Razor.
Open up pocket. Say something nice to her.
Yeah. No.
Do you need anything? Can I get you anything?
Stay away from the Adam Trese types.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you up.
Just because you know them from the neighborhood doesn't mean they're good.
And so then I think they're walking down the street, and that's when they run into Frankie,
Get out of the fucking road, asshole. Yo, what's up, Dick?
who almost runs him over as a joke.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to fight the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, it's me.
It's the Frankster.
I'm the priest from The Sopranos. You
knew
remember
you
me?
were gonna say it.
Yeah, that's what he's famous for.
The funny thing is, I was sure he was gay. He sort of reminded me of you.
I kept going. I think he's the priest from Sopranos.
That's the priest from Sopranos.
I've
He's
never
been in
seen The Sopranos like that.
several of the movies we've seen, and
But
I've
you
always
mentioned him
said
so
that.
much. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure I elbowed nobody. That's the priest from Sopranos.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch these things with us.
And so he's like, hey, come with me. No, I don't want to. Yeah, but you should. No, I don't want to. But you should. No, I don't want to. Yeah, but you should. Hey,
We're all
get
in the car.
And they drive out somewhere, and you can see the Twin Towers because it's before 9/11. He goes, hey, I got all these boxes, various different shapes, sizes, and colors, and they're all full of guns.
Mm-hmm.
I just came back from Florida. And he goes, how much you can get these guns for? Oh, you can sell them for like, $300-400. And he goes, all right, word. So then they're, I don't know, putzing around. They do the shoplifting thing at some point.
Which is interesting because the girlfriend's in on it too.
Yeah.
They
not
march
eating.
in there and they pop the bags right out from underneath their shirts. I guess I probably already ran the scenes from both movies, so you know.
Which is dumb because walk in with the bags out.
They're empty.
So what? They're paper bags. Just walk in.
If you walk in with empty bags, clearly empty bags, and be like, oh, they're going to fill those bags up with our stuff and leave.
It's not clear.
You ever see somebody walking with an empty bag?
Well, but first off, there's apparently nobody in this store.
Right, but you know how angry you get when they're drinking coffee in movies and there's nothing
Then you
in the
put
cup.
something in the bag that weighs it down that you don't mind leaving in the store.
Stray cats.
It's a cat in a box. Cat in a box.
Books.
We only got 20 minutes left.
Jimmy runs into Sal, who's sort of like, yo, man, you owe me that money. And he's not being a dick about it.
Hey, come on.
What?
Just don't fuck around.
I'm not fucking around.
Just don't fuck around.
Yeah, you better give it to me. I am a little scary.
Because apparently he does illegal stuff of some ilk outside of the local bar. We come to find out later.
Mm-hmm.
Don't jam me up at the bar, Jimmy.
Bootleg condoms?
Yeah.
We don't know what he does?
Mm-mm. We don't ever see him. He's there drinking briefly
He's a working man, right?
during the day. No, I think he's like a wise guy.
I like
He
him.
runs some sort of a game.
He keeps telling Peter Greene, go take this job at the docks.
Yeah.
Is that where it is?
Yeah, yeah.
I can get a good job at the
Solid
docks.
work. You'll
I
be
don't
in the-
want to do it.
Edie Falco's like pretty much living on the straight and narrow. And she's kind of allowing Jimmy to have his thing going.
Which is weird because she's got a job.
Yeah.
Every time I watch these movies, I just keep thinking about these jobs people have, and I'm like, man, like whatever she does, she's making a pretty good living.
Sure.
Because you can't do that anymore. Entry-level jobs give you no living. What does she do?
She works at the bar.
She works at the bar. All right, that's probably not
Because
as
after
good
they
as-
start the fight,
Yeah.
she goes, "You coming down to the bar and starting fights?"
She's a secretary. She's probably making like $80,000 a year. She
No,
should
at the
do
bar,
that.
she's probably making like $4 a day.
No, I don't know, man. People
1992.
tip, it adds up.
Yeah, maybe. So, but she's forgiving of his life of crime because he does bring in money, and he's on parole, and now he's got guns in the house.
He's got that little bit of a beard right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy, that's hot.
and and there's guns in the house, but he's on parole. On parole, and he goes, "Hey, don't worry, I'll get him out of here," you know. And Sal accuses Frankie through Jimmy of being a snitch.
Yeah.
Down in Florida.
He got out of jail somehow, turned in his friend.
Mm-hmm.
And
then
there's lots of murmurs about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Word's going around.
And then Sal runs into them outside of the bar. And he goes, "Oh, this is my friend Frankie." "Oh, yeah, Frankie, what's his face? Hey, word. You know, that's funny." Because he starts to go in and he stops. He's eating chips. And he goes, "You know, it's funny."
That guy's the uncle of my sister-in-law.
Who's that?
Eddie Dombrowski.
Eddie.
He says you ratted him out.
What?
"What the fuck? Hey, I'm a nice guy."
What else are you going to say? But, oh, yeah, what the No.
No.
That's not me.
No, now I'm going to go hang out with my cokehead friend, Billy Crudup. He's about to get blown away.
I can't even fall over. He falls over.
Yeah, he does.
Put the scene in.
And so, but it seems like there's something to it, right? And
I don't think people throw around accusations.
no,
I think it's 100% the truth.
yeah, absolutely, because
Especially
it's
how
so
aggressively he's into it.
specific, but random that Frankie would be there with these guns, and this guy's like, "Nah, you should be doing a bit or whatever." Johnny does slap the shit out of Celia at a picnic.
Yeah, they all the douchebags have a picnic together with the ladies.
Yeah, and Jimmy's taking pictures. Yeah. "You guys together." Frankie goes, "Fuck that, I ain't going next to him."
Yeah.
Sal.
And they get kind of punchy.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Johnny just starts beating the shit out of Celia, and Sal is not fucking having it.
But this has been upgraded to 1080p. It's on YouTube. You can go watch it
It's
right
a
now
good
if
cut.
you want.
Yeah.
It's super good. But however, in the 30 years since the movie came out, when he backhands her, it's like they're not even close to each other. You know, like on film or on a VHS or whatever, you're like, "Oh man, he hit her in the face."
And it's kind of in the background.
Yeah.
So you kind of forgive it.
I missed it the first time. I was like, wait, everybody's upset what's happening?
I saw it, but I was like, yeah, that's not good.
Because, my eyes started rolling in the back of my head reading this movie.
And so they break him up. "Hey, go home, Johnny, you fucker." And so Johnny's at home sleeping, and all of a sudden the police show up. And I rewound it after this bit because I was like, oh, wait, was one of them Bill? It wasn't Bill.
No, Bill's coming. Don't worry.
So he go, "Hey, cops, we're here for you." Even though we're not like looking to arrest you, apparently. We just want to serve you with something.
At first, when they first showed up, I was like, those are cops. They're pretending like they're not. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is just what the cops look like back then.
And they're not really pretending like they're not. They're just having a conversation.
Yeah, they're just like regular guys with badges.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get out of the fucking apartment.
What the fuck?
You shoplifter?
Yeah. It's funny because he goes, "What apartment is he in?" 13. Lucky number 13. And he goes, "I don't think that's right." He goes, "Oh, it's 1B." Because he read 13 wrong. I was like, that's a pretty good touch.
Yeah.
And then so he jumps out of the window and runs away. And then he goes over to Jimmy's. He goes, "Oh, fuck, man, I fucked up."
He
blah,
bangs
blah,
on their
blah.
door. It's like 8 in the morning. They're sleeping.
We know Jimmy likes to sleep in. Jimmy had sex with his wife while Frankie was sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
By the way. And it's just stupid because they're just like, "Dude, you got to do this." Fuck that. I ain't doing that. Bitch. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the two main characters, Peter Greene and Adam Trese, are just don't tell me what to do, guys. Like, there's many ways they can make their lives better, and there's like, nah.
But Adam Trese is far worse.
How old do you think they are? Peter Greene looks kind of old, but he's probably like 24.
He probably is, yeah.
Adam Trese kind of looks a little bit like a baby.
Adam Trese looks like he's like 17 or 18. Yeah. He's probably 19 or 20.
Yeah.
And Peter Greene is, probably 24.
48.
Hard to tell how old his character's supposed to be. Edie Falco looks like a child.
Yeah.
Just barely. There's so much cigarette smoking in
but
this
I feel
movie.
like she would take good care of me.
Yeah, she'd cradle you.
Yeah.
She'd put you in that sling that babies go in when they suckle.
I was gonna say, and then I would treat her right also, but now I'm drinking her milk and going to sleep, maybe shitting myself. All right, is she gonna change me too?
Of course, she
Thanks,
has to.
Edie. You're a real good wife.
So ultimately, he does get busted by the police, and they put him in jail. And they come to find out that it's a $1,200 bail. Frankie isn't really around at this point, although, Sal's still weary of him. So Peter decides he's going to sell all the guns unbeknownst to Frankie to get the money to get Johnny out of jail.
This is fucking stupid. Why you got to get Johnny out of jail?
That bail seems awfully high. It's so high that, why would you sell the guns to get him out? You would think, since Johnny's done nothing that he's suggested, maybe this will be good for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Why would you throw your whole life into turmoil to get him out?
It makes no sense.
It's not like a Good Time where he's developmentally disabled and very bad things will happen to him in jail because he's not working quite right. He's just a shithead.
Yeah.
And if he gets beat up in jail, good for him.
Yeah.
He probably needs a little bit of an ass kicking.
Sometimes you need a little bit of an ass kicking.
Yeah.
To quote Kenny Omega, if I need to get knocked around a little bit, then maybe that's what I need.
Right. You're going to mention what happens if Tom Arnold comes around?
Puts his thumb up your butt. So he's out of jail now, but, Frankie shows up when nobody's home except Edie Falco. And
he says, relax.
Celia. And he goes, hey, I got to get in your house. Let me in your house.
Frankie says, relax. Don't do it. I'm sorry, I won't talk.
And she goes, why do you want my house? I can get in your house. And they go in, and there's no fucking guns here.
This stuff missing out of my bag.
Terry looks
here.
good, right?
This stuff missing
Terry
out of
looks great.
She
Looks
out of my bag.
I don't know anything about it, Frankie.
No.
And Celia's starting to really bust his chops.
Yeah.
He slaps the shit out of her.
Listen to you stupid fucking bitch.
Get the fuck out of here, Frankie!
all right.
Get out of here!
Yeah, I wish people would stop hitting Celia.
Yes. And and Edie goes, you get the fuck out.
I like Edie getting on him.
Yeah.
I think if we hit her, they would have jumped him.
Yeah.
They would have got his ass. He's not like a particularly... I don't mean to call you a bitch, Paul Schulze, but you don't really look super dangerous.
No.
I'm old. My knees hurt. Yeah, you probably beat me up.
I failed to mention earlier in the movie, after Sal kind of gives Frankie the business outside the bar, everybody goes into the bar, and they start having a raucous evening. And a real skinny guy who's clearly not an actor shows up.
Yeah.
And they're ribbing on him.
Do you think maybe that's the director or something?
It could be, now that you mention it, but boy, I love that guy. And the guy just stands up all of a sudden. He goes, you mind keeping it down?
Can you keep it down?
Excuse me?
What? Wonder if you can keep it down?
I don't know why you would ever think to do that to somebody where people are drinking.
The only way that would have made sense, and I actually went back and watched this again to see if that was Bill, is if he's watching like a game or something. Even if you're watching a game, you don't need to fucking hear it. No, but that's when people say shit like that in a bar in movies. When they're watching the game. You mind keeping it down?
You know what I do at bars? I don't say anything to anybody.
But he looks so scared when he says it.
I have this little mirror on my shoe and try to look up people's pant legs.
Anyways, Frankie beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And Bill Sage is his friend. And you see him briefly while they hold him back.
Like, you don't even see his face.
No,
like,
not
you
clearly.
almost get like a sense of him. It's like Brad Pitt trotting down the stairs in less than zero.
They don't even do like a mid shot of the guys holding him back, and we get a slight close up. He's just blurry in the back.
Bill, what's up with this?
And he may, I failed to watch that part, but he may show up with Guy again
at the end
when they're looking to duke it.
Yeah,
that is the end, because Johnny shows up to the bar once he's heard that Frankie slapped the shit out of Celia. He goes, bro, there's one man in this world that can smack the shit out of this cute little button.
If I beat somebody up for slapping her, then it negates my slapping her. Then I get one more free slapping.
But I also claim the slapping that you did. That becomes my slapping now. I own that now. And he fucking sucker cocks him with a beer bottle.
Are you a fucking asshole?
Yeah.
But it's unclear if he actually hits him with it. he comes in. Oh, what's going on? Oh, because Frankie showed up briefly earlier to some dudes. He goes, hey, if shit goes down, you guys got my back?
Yeah. It's the knuckleheads that they kind of hang out with, all of them.
Fro and yeah. So when Adam Trese comes in, he goes, oh, hey, can I have a sip of that? And for whatever reason, Frankie gives him his 2/3 strength bottle of beer.
Yeah.
And Johnny hits it. Oh, man, this is so good. And he starts downing the rest of the backwash. And they go, oh, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden,
sick thinking about this.
He tries to hit Frankie in the face. It's unclear if he actually does. I don't think they had the money or fake glass to do it.
We don't have that sugar glass.
So they're just like...
Keep hitting him until it breaks.
It's implied.
Yeah.
But nobody really bleeds. They beat the shit out of that guy earlier.
Yeah.
And right now, Frankie beats the shit out of Johnny
Mm-hmm.
for trying to do that. And he's a little red. But his nose would be busted. Some shit, man. But that isn't the case. So, eventually they go, oh, hey, by the way, Jimmy and Frankie, Johnny, because Jimmy shows up at some point. They go, hey, we hear that Frankie's outside with a gun.
Oh, yeah, don't go out there, stay inside.
Johnny, the guy comes back looking for trouble with Frankie earlier in the movie, and who was at the bar earlier, and his name is Guy. And that's when Johnny pulls out the gun.
I'm getting turned around on the names a little bit. Adam Trese
Adam
pulls out
Trese,
the
he goes,
gun.
get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, that's not good.
And then Jimmy comes down like, why the fuck you pulling out guns? And then Sal goes to Jimmy, your boy's acting like a douche rag.
Peter Greene takes his gun and gives it to Paul Schulze, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm going to undo all your work laying down their names. And just
because
go right back to actors.
When Frankie shows up,
he says, relax.
That's why he's got the gun.
Relax.
Because Jimmy gave it to him.
Don't do it.
So Adam Trese is like, I'm going outside. And they go, no, don't go outside. I'm going outside.
I need to get outside.
And they go, no, let's go over here. He goes, yeah, you're right. Oh, what's that? He goes outside. Hey, Frankie, you want to fuck with me? And then, chaos ensues. And off camera, we hear 3 gunshot sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes to black, and then it comes back.
They do that cut to black a few times.
A couple of times.
The audio going.
And it never seems to feel like purposeful.
Yeah.
It's almost like they ran out of film, but they had the audio going or some
Just
shit.
make it feel like a jump, but it's not a jump. It's
At least
just the
here,
5 seconds later.
It covers the violence. So, of course, Adam Trese is now laying on a puddle of grape juice. And
his eyes are open. He goes like this.
No bullet wounds, holes.
He must have been shot in the heart or the head to
blood
be dead so fast.
On the front of him. But he's laying in a pool of blood. So he must have been shot in the back. But the bullet never exited through the front. Because he's perfectly fine in his shirt.
It's one of those bullets that shreds inside your body.
Oh, he's fucked. So he is dead.
He did.
And Jimmy's just losing his shit.
He spilled all that grape juice?
He did.
Very sad.
What are you guys doing here? Go home. He's fine. He's going to wake up. Celia, shut the fuck up. Oh, earlier Celia was super drunk.
Yeah.
After she left Johnny because he slapped the shit out of her at the park.
Yep.
And she's at the bar and she's talking to that guy that Jimmy's trying to sell the guns to, but that Adam Trese calls like a bad word. Then he's at the bar while Celia is there drunk out of her mind. And it looks like they might be hooking up. So Jimmy just goes, hey, Celia, I'll take you home. And then he runs into Johnny outside and he goes, hey, what are you doing with Celia? He goes, hey, she's drunk. I'm taking her home. Oh, is that how it is?
No, go make a baby.
He's like, dude, you fucking prick.
Yeah.
She's drunk. She's about to fuck the guy you were calling names earlier.
You beat her all the time. You don't deserve her. Get
so
out of here.
He gets home. She's passed out in the van. He goes, hey, Celia, is this it? Yeah. And then she grabs him and starts making the fuck out with him.
Yeah. Wouldn't you just think about like her throwing up in your mouth while she's kissing you?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And then I throw up on her back when I have doggy style sex with her.
Guys, just somehow you glue your mouths together and the puke just keeps rocketing back and forth.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot. Oh, man.
And and Frankie, Jimmy goes, oh, fuck. After she leaves.
Yeah.
Like, he's rock hard, maybe. And he goes home and he has sex with Edie Falco. But so, yeah, Adam Trese is dead. And the movie's over.
Sex with Edie Falco. He goes back to the bar. It's not the same night he gets killed.
Who cares? I just said the movie's over.
This movie sucks.
Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, this movie's fucking straight garbage.
I like Peter Greene. I like Edie Falco. I love Gabriella.
Yeah.
I like Saul.
It's so you like
even
the
Frankie's
low stakes, but like The
Fine.
low stakes is like, it's not enough to make a movie unless
No.
you have super rich characters that are interesting, which they're not doing.
No.
I totally get how this is like a cool independent movie of the time. Like, I feel like this would be novel at that moment.
Yeah.
But boy, 100 years later, as we are in the future and we are old.
And I always like to speculate on what could have been. I think if this would have been a movie where Peter Greene was actually living the straight and narrow while trying to get Adam Trese out of the game.
Yeah.
And then Frankie shows up with the guns and he really needs the money. Pulls him back. It's a Carlito's Way. So the movie's over and that's it. I give it a 4.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
It's Monument Avenue territory.
Okay, this is what I was thinking. I said, what if Monument Avenue and Grind had a baby? It would be this.
It would be this.
Yeah. And there was another movie at some point that I added in the mix, but it doesn't matter.
I
was going to say, there was a moment when things were getting harder towards the end, like the last half hour, where people were kind of in trouble. People were making bad decisions, selling the guns. It was a little bit more interesting.
A little bit.
Much more than Grind. Grind never kicked into gear.
There was an overall sense of dread as the movie went on.
Yeah.
I was expecting, maybe this guy could die right here.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't, of course, until the end. But I thought that was pretty effective. But I will say that it's a damning proclamation that I look at a movie like Monument Avenue and I look at that Coke scene.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, this movie would have been better if it had something like that in there. It's something that just, I don't know.
It was weird that Monument Avenue came years after this, and it's like very similar.
As grounded as this movie is, it doesn't feel like you really know any of these characters.
No, and they're uninterested. They're uninterested.
It's like they're conning us in addition to everybody around them.
I wonder if Harmony Korine saw this and was like, hey, what if I make this kids?
Yeah, what if I do AIDS and skateboards?
You gave it a 4?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty rough, dude. I will give it a 5 because I did like the way it looked. I like the feel. I like the vibe.
Okay.
Even though I feel it's stolen. God damn it. Watch Life of Crime. God, it's so much fucking better. If this movie is a 4 or a 5, Life of Crime's, I would give it like a 10.
Holy shit.
I mean, seriously.
If this movie is, I was going to give it the highest score possible.
It does something very special.
Hey, that's fine, man.
It's a documentary, man.
Errol Morris?
No. Some guy.
Cool.
I don't know. You should watch that shit. It's fucking amazing.
Hey, maybe I will if I remember it.
Yeah, what happens later? Well, you're going to remember it because I'm going to be bugging you about it.
Yeah.
What do you give Bill Sage in this?
A 0.
Yeah, I'll give you a 0 too. Let's pretend like we're mad at Bill Sage for a minute. Give him
the
trouble.
What's wrong with you, Bill?
Why did you pretend like you were in this movie? Why did you let him put it on IMDb?
Were you just like dating Edie Falco? Showed up one day and they were just like, "Yeah, you want to be in this?"
And you're like, "Yeah, I'd like to be in movies," but instead you're just tricking us in the future.
Because this is like a straight up early Brad Pitt hunk cameo role.
No.
Not even a cameo. You're just a background actor in this movie. And it's terrible.
I'm going to kick these cameras over, Bill.
Yeah, fuck you.
You see this fucking shirt?
Tear it off.
Bill? No, I'm sure that he was like pretty irritated that he was cut out of it.
Maybe there was more? I can't imagine.
I honestly just feel like he somehow accidentally picked the wrong placement in every scene that he was in and was not in it.
Yeah, maybe he was supposed to be Guy. I mean,
what the fuck? Why wouldn't you put Bill Sage in that spot?
He could have been Frankie.
Do you think he was just filler?
Maybe.
I don't know. All right, that's that. We'll see you next week with another Hal Hartley movie, Julian Simple Men.
My favorite. Of all the men.
The simple ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like them dumb. Well, that's pretty cool. Do you want to check us out on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, Discord, some version of We Doing Filmographies, which you can also put an @ on there and do it at gmail.com.
Yeah. We are on all your podcast stuff, so you can rate us. If you rate us on Apple Podcast and suggest a movie, we'll watch it.
We'll watch it. Nick Garcia, do you want us to watch New Jersey Drive?
Mm-hmm.
You can give us a call or text us at
Oh, yeah, that's right.
763-634-1897.
Uh-huh.
Head over to the Now Playing Network, nowplayingnetwork.net, where you can find plenty of other great podcasts like
Tracks of the Damned
Man.
with Mark Ripley.
Is that his name, really? Did you look it up?
I guarantee you Ripley is the name.
Fucking right on. Good job. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Yeah, that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been Jason.
And I've been Jules.
And good night. 3 minutes left.
We did it.
Yeah.
Now let's just talk about